In this video, we're going to go over how to create a customer product portal. And what I mean by that is you're going to have a system where you can put your sales page on a particular site just as a page. Your customers can buy from there, and then they're going to go to a download area to download it. Now, that doesn't sound any different than anything else. However, anytime you have a new product to sell, you can just add it to the same site, just create a new page and put the sales page on there. And then when they buy that, they'll go to the same download area and they'll see all the items in there that they have purchased so that they can go in and download them at any time. So it's one central spot where they can go in and see everything they've purchased from you while using the system and be able to download them from there. They'll also be able to see anything that they haven't purchased. So this is a good marketing opportunity for you. If you put other products within this system, they can look in there and see, oh, I didn't purchase this. I wonder what it is. They can click on the link and go and look at the sales page that you set up, and then they may purchase that as well. So it actually drives sales. The good thing about this is that the whole thing is protected download pages, protected links, and only the person that bought it can get at those. So it's a complete all-in-one system. Now, as you see in front of you now, we have WordPress. So the first thing to do is install WordPress, and we're going to go over that now. So if you already know how to install WordPress, you can go to video 2. Before I go through installing WordPress, I just wanted to mention that if you already have a blog set up that's using WordPress, you can just use that blog. You don't need to go and set up a whole new WordPress to do this. So if you already have a WordPress blog, I would suggest that you just pick it up at video 2 and use that install of WordPress instead of making a whole new one. So to install WordPress, just go to wordpress.org and then click down here where it says download WordPress, and you'll come to the next page and then we'll download it here. We're downloading in zip format, so let's just download that. And while that's downloading, we are going to go over and we're going to set up a database because we need a database for WordPress since it's all database driven. So go down to the section in your control panel and find where it says MySQL Database Wizard. And we'll go in and we'll use that to set up a database. If you're not using cPanel hosting, then whatever type of hosting you're using, we'll have a way that you can create a database. So use that to create it. Okay, so the first thing you do is give it a database name. So I'm calling it CPP for Customer Product Portal. Let's go next. And I'm just going to call it the same thing here, but you can call it whatever you want. And then we need to create a password. So I'll use the password generator. We'll copy this. Tell it we've copied it. And then we'll use the password. And we'll create the user. Now we need to click all privileges on the next screen. And then go to the next step. And we're done. So what we want to do is copy all of this into a notepad session. Okay, so there's my password. And then back to this screen, you can just copy this line. And that'll be all the credentials that we need. Okay, so now what we need to do is upload our WordPress file. So first we need to unzip it. So you can just use extract all that's built into Windows or whatever third-party program you like to use. I like to use 7-zip, which is free, so I'll just extract. If you want to use 7-zip, you can just download it. Okay, so now what we need to do is open an FTP program. I like to use FileZilla. So what we have here on the left side is our computer, and I'm going to be uploading the stuff in the WordPress directory here. And then on the right side, this will be our server when we connect. So connect to the server. all you have to do is put your host in here, which is your domain name, then the username and password for your hosting account, or you can add it all into the site manager, and then you can go in there and pick out your domain. So I'm going to connect up here. And then I'm going to create a directory on this side. So I'm going to put it in my domain name / and a directory. So create a directory and enter, and I'm going to call it my products or my sales. I'll call it something. I'm going to call it my product portal. Okay, so what we do now is we go into this WordPress here and right into there until you see this. We select it all, and then we right click on that and we upload. Okay, so we'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, so everything has now been uploaded. So what we're going to do is type in the URL to where we just uploaded all of that. Then we come to the first screen, which is we pick our language, so we'll continue. And this is for the database stuff that we have in our notepad. So this is our password, so let's put that in first. Okay, and then we'll grab these pieces out of here. So our username and database name are the same, so I'm just going to grab it once there, and we'll put it here and here. The next thing is our database host. Most of the time it's localhost, but not always, and it's easy to find that out. Back in your control panel in your database sections, you should see something called phpMyAdmin. So go in there. And once you're in here, if you look right at the top, you'll see server, and it says localhost. So I know that's what mine is. So that's okay. And then the next thing is the table prefix. I'm just going to change this to CC. And this is just what goes in front of the tables on your database so that you can create multiple databases or multiple instances of WordPress in a single database if your server doesn't allow for multiple databases. Okay, so let's click Submit. Then run the install. Okay, and then this comes up where we just put in our site title, a username and password to log in with, and an email address. And then allow search engines to index this site. So just fill all that in. I'm just going to call this My Great Products or something. Yeah, sure, why not? And username. And let's password. Okay, so I used a weak password. I don't really mind since this is just an example, but make sure you get a reasonably strong password there. And then email address, and then install WordPress. Okay, so let's log in. And there we are, WordPress is installed. Now keep in mind, if you already have a blog, you can just do it on your own blog if it's a WordPress blog. You don't have to go through this step at all. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to go through the plugin we need to set up.